Hey everyone, here's a follow-up to my first Space Marine 2 facts video covering even more game mechanics. Be warned though, watching this video will give you such an edge it will be almost like you're cheating. 1. Armor counts towards damage taken even if the armor is regained by parrying or gun striking, but regained contested health does not count against damage taken. 2. The hive tyrant's green waves that he emits after losing his first health bar can be interrupted by the assault ground pound. Now this is really cool because nothing else I've ever seen or tested can interrupt this phase, not even a Melta bomb. To do this, you must time it so he first does the animation where he sends out the wave that looks like green smoke and doesn't do any damage, which is just him yelling about losing his first health bar. Then he's ready. Here's an example of an attack made too early. As you can see, his first sonic wave, which doesn't do any damage, is considered a separate phase, so if you try to interrupt him during this phase, it will not work. Here's an example of one made a little bit too late. Now, this one still does work because you did interrupt some of his sonic waves, but if you do it slightly too late, the first wave will still shoot out from him. And here's an example of one timed perfectly. As you can see, after he yells, he doesn't emit any of the sonic waves that do any damage. 3. The biovore extremis is armored on nearly his entire body, including his head when he's in spore deployment mode. This is when he has a spore cannon sticking straight up. Instead of going for headshots here, go for his spore cannon during this time. 4. Melta bombs will stun the Trygon terminus boss, if you can hit him with one, because he's really hard to hit. 5. The Tactical's new skill, Secure Stockpile, works on a 60-second timer that starts as soon as the level cinematic begins. That is to say, as soon as the loading bar is gone, this timer begins. From this point, the team is given a grenade on a 60-second heartbeat regardless of when they use a grenade. So if you throw a grenade 55 seconds after the level starts, you'll actually get a grenade only 5 seconds later. If you really want to maximize this, you could set a stopwatch on your phone when the level loads and always try to use a grenade before each new minute hits. 6. Spore mines can be knocked back as long as you haven't seen the orange icon to indicate you're about to be hit. If you can close the distance on a spore mine, just hit it with a melee attack, swing your sword, stomp, etc., and it will be hit away from you before exploding. This is considered a knockback and can be used to damage or kill enemies without hurting yourself. Be careful though. Spore mines that are hit like this are activated, and they will explode on the first thing they run into. So if there are 2 spore mines stacked on each other, which is really hard to see, they will instantly explode, and that will still cause damage to you. 7. The maximum amount of army data you can have of any color is 20, so make sure to use or sell them so you're not missing out on getting more. 8. The maximum amount of requisition, or money units, you can have is 2,000, so also be sure to spend it on heraldry and perks if you find yourself constantly maxing out on this as well. 9. Extremis enemies and below will not prevent you from moving forward through the level. For example, taking an elevator, assembly points, etc. Terminus level enemies will. You cannot skip them. 10. Not all assembly points count as the breakpoints for getting XP in the level. 11. And finally, every single class except for the sniper has at least one skill that does some form of triggered AoE damage. They all fall into one of 3 categories: melee damage, range damage, or not counted at all like parries and gun strikes. Here's a list of them. Just pause if you need longer to look at it. Just kidding. Here it is for real. As always, I hope this helps you become a better gamer and therefore a better person. May the gods of RNG smile on you.